How to make homemade baby formula. Most people are aware that breast milk is best for baby. However, sometimes there are circumstances present that prevent a woman from being able to breastfeed, or she may just make the decision not to do so. When this is the case, it is still possible to offer your baby the best nutritional substitute that is available by making your own baby formula. By choosing to make your own baby formula, you can opt for healthier ingredients rather than using commercially prepared formulas. Making homemade baby formula requires some time and effort, but by following some simple steps, can be done relatively simply. Method 1. Understand the advantages. 1. Consider the advantages of homemade formula. You know exactly what your baby will be ingesting when he drinks homemade formula. There are no questions about the types of ingredients used. You have complete control over the specific ingredients to add and which ones to avoid. You can produce an organic formula that is free from dangerous and unnecessary chemicals. Many commercially prepared formulas contain low levels of melamine that have been ruled safe by the FDA. Higher levels of melamine have known to lead to death in children. Method 2. Research. 1. Talk to a healthcare professional. Contract your doctor or another healthcare professional and speak to them about your desire to make your own formula for your baby. He may be able to suggest a recipe or specific ingredients that you can use. He also may refer you to a qualified person who is better able to assist you in choosing ingredients and in proper technique. 2. Check with your local library. Look for any literature that may be available on the subject of homemade baby formula. Many books on breastfeeding may contain information on alternative options that include recipes for making your own baby formula. Use caution when deciding which recipe to use, as some are not recommended for infants. If you have any doubts about the safety of a formula recipe that you wish to use, speak with your child's healthcare provider to find out if it is a suitable option for your baby. 3. Perform an internet search. Use Google, Yahoo, or another internet search engine to help you locate a reliable source that offers legitimate information. Look for a list of qualified professionals who are able to assist you with a nutritionally healthy recipe for homemade baby formula. A well-balanced formula is vital for the proper growth of baby. There are many reliable sources available to new parents. 4. Understand the differences between a baby and adult diet. Babies younger than 10 months old have immature digestive systems and as such, are unable to properly digest or obtain all the nutrients found in cow's milk. The American Academy of Pediatrics recommends that baby formulas contain all of the specific nutritional requirements for formulas. Discover what they are so that you can be sure to include them in your homemade solution. Keep in mind that as your baby ages, his requirements for formula will change and the recipe may be altered accordingly. Discover what ingredients are recommended in homemade formulas that are geared to the age of your child. Goat's milk is an acceptable source of milk, however, rice milk generally is not. Be sure that you are knowledgeable about acceptable substitutions and ingredients before you begin. Learn what ingredients are best left out of the formula. Soy milk is not recommended as an ingredient in formula. Soy milk is actually a soy-based beverage that does not contain the proper nutrients to promote baby's health properly. Soy can even be life-threatening for some young babies. Rice milk is also not a recommended substitute for formula, as it does not contain enough calories or fat to promote adequate growth and nutrition. Method 3. Gather your equipment. 1. Break out your blender. Though using a blender is easiest, a bowl and whisk will suffice if a blender isn't available. 2. Purchase some glass baby bottles. The use of plastic baby bottles is not recommended unless you can determine that they are completely free from BPA, which can leach into the formula. 3. Be sure you have accurate measuring utensils. This helps ensure that baby is getting the recommended nutrients required. Similarly, you should follow the recipe extremely closely. 4. Grab a saucepan. Use a stainless steel or a glass saucepan to prepare the formula instead of using Teflon-coated pans. Foods that are cooked in Teflon have been linked with some dangerous health risks, including certain types of cancer. Method 4. Choose your recipes. 1. Use the name brands that are called for in the recipe. Ingredients and ratios may vary from one brand to another. Consider the fact that research has gone into formulating the proper nutritional balance for your baby. If a name brand has been specified, it is best if you use it, or a suitable high-quality substitute. Do not alter the recipe in any way. 2. Use only recipes that have been approved by professionals on the subject. A delicate balance is vital when making a formula for your baby. You want to be certain that the recipe you have chosen to use is a proper source of all of the necessary items that your baby needs to thrive. It is imperative that you use appropriate caution with any recipes you choose. Method 5. Ensure your baby's health. 1. Keep track of your baby's weight. Steady weight gain is a sign that your baby is getting the proper nutrients to help with good growth. Any indication that he is losing weight rather than gaining may indicate the formula is not nourishing your baby properly. 2. Pay attention to your baby's rate of height gain. Your baby should be steadily gaining height along with weight. A slow gain in height may be an indication that your baby is not receiving proper amounts of important nutrients. 3. Determine if your baby is passing enough urine. Monitor the number of wet diaper changes he requires in a day. Generally, 6 or more wet diapers in a day is considered a sufficient output of urine. Check to see how wet the diapers are by feeling the weight of the diaper. A heavy diaper indicates a lot of output. 4. Watch for signs that your baby is content after feeding. If your baby falls asleep and sleeps peacefully after a bottle, he is content. If your baby is generally fussy and showing signs of distress after drinking the formula, and the behavior is not caused by a need to burp, it may be an indication that something is amiss. Signs of constant irritability may require a visit to your healthcare provider to determine the cause. 5. Visit the doctor. Make sure that you keep all scheduled well-baby visits in order to allow your healthcare provider to determine the proper health and growth of your baby. Warnings. Always speak with a professional regarding the use of a homemade formula recipe. Before beginning, you should be certain that the recipe meets all of the necessary nutritional requirements needed for your baby to thrive. Be sure to get immediate medical attention if your baby reacts poorly to the formula. Vomiting and refusal to eat are causes for concern. Increased fatigue or difficulty rousing your baby are also signs that baby needs professional care.